Have you ever finally put your baby to bed, sat down on the sofa, and instead of thinking, we had a lovely day together, your brain immediately starts making a list? Maybe we didn't do enough tummy time. Maybe we only read one bedtime story. Maybe dinner wasn't homemade. Maybe we didn't spend enough time outside. Maybe I spent some time on my phone while she was happily playing. I don't know exactly what your list looks like, but I think almost every parent has one. Because lately, I've been wondering, when did being a good parent become a never-ending checklist? Once I noticed it, I realised I was doing this almost every day. Did she get enough floor play? Did I talk to her enough today? Did she try enough different foods? Should we have spent longer outside? Should I have planned a sensory activity? Should I be buying different toys? And to be clear, most of these things are genuinely good ideas. Many of them are supported by research. But somewhere along the way, I quietly started measuring whether I was a good mum by how many boxes I managed to tick that day. And that's a really exhausting way to parent. I don't think parents today necessarily love their children more than previous generations, but we probably have access to more parenting advice than any generation before us. Every day we see videos telling us, do this to help your baby's brain. Don't make this mistake. 5 activities every baby needs. The toy every parent should have. Even when the advice is well-intentioned, it all adds up. Instead of helping us feel more confident, it can leave us feeling like we're constantly falling behind. Psychologists even have a name for this. It's called intensive parenting. The idea is that good parents, especially mothers, are expected to invest enormous amounts of time, energy, money, and emotional effort into giving their children the very best start in life. Research suggests these expectations have grown over the past few decades. The problem isn't that these recommendations are bad. The problem is that trying to do all of them, all of the time, can leave parents feeling stressed, guilty, and like they're never quite doing enough. And social media often makes that feeling even worse, because we mostly see the highlights: beautiful homemade meals, perfectly organised playrooms, creative sensory activities, smiling babies. What we don't usually see are the messy kitchens, the skipped tummy time, the frozen dinners, the parents who are simply doing their best to get through the day. Recently, I've been trying to replace one question with another. Instead of asking, did I do enough today? I ask, did my daughter feel loved today? Those are very different questions, because love isn't measured by how many developmental activities we completed. Sometimes it's laughing while she throws food on the floor. Sometimes it's cuddling on the sofa after a difficult day. Sometimes it's responding when she needs comfort. Sometimes it's simply enjoying being together. I'm not making this video because I figured it all out. Honestly, I still catch myself thinking, we haven't been outside today. Should we have read another book? Maybe I should be doing more sensory play. I still have those thoughts. Maybe I always will. But I'm slowly realising that parenting isn't about collecting enough evidence to prove I'm a good mum. It's about building a relationship with my daughter. And sometimes I think I spend so much time trying to make the right decisions that I forget we're already having a pretty good day together. Of course, learning about child development matters. Research matters. Many activities really are beneficial. I'm not saying any of that is unimportant, but I don't think the goal is to complete every parenting recommendation that appears on our phones, because there will always be another article, another expert, another activity, another thing we should be doing. The checklist never ends. The goal was never to complete the checklist. Maybe the goal was simply to raise a child who feels safe, who feels loved, who enjoys spending time with us. Years from now, I don't think my daughter will remember whether we managed tummy time every single day, or whether every meal was homemade, or whether I bought the latest educational toy. But I hope she'll remember something much more important: that she felt safe, that she felt loved, and that she knew I enjoyed being her mum. If you've ever felt like the parenting checklist never ends, I'd genuinely love to know I'm not the only one. What's one thing you've caught yourself worrying about recently? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments.